Hello dudes and lady dudes, Jean here, and today we're going to talk about something that is killing the firearm rights advocacy movement more than anything else, probably the biggest hindrance between, reasonable freedoms and where we are right now, because our freedoms are not, they're quite silly right now. And if you disagree, well, just click off. We're not going to go pros and cons of all that. Gun control is just moronic. And the reason why that we can't get our freedoms, and here we go. The biggest thing standing in between your freedoms and just no more infringement is you. Yep. It's the gun owner community. Don't believe me? Go online and try to ask for help on sites. You might say, well, I'm on a site and I do pretty well. Go to one where people don't know your name and ask a basic question. All right? Chances are you're going to be mocked, ridiculed, hated on, just dog pile. And now, it's ridiculous, and we all hate the idea of a safe space for what they are in college campuses, but when you go into a gun community and you're just trying to get knowledge, it should be a safe space to get knowledge. We piss on Biden and the left, AR-14, 30 clip magazines, and yet someone who doesn't know, someone who wants to honest, like, what the heck, why do you need something that punches a hole through the wall the size of my fist? And they go to our, what's supposed to be our sites. I won't say our sites because I've just left all 2A online groups right now. I could not find one that was reasonable. I kind of talked about it last week, I think, where I've left most of them. Well, just all of them right now. But these people are trying to find information, and they get hammered. All right, or they're not even that. It could be like ones where you literally cannot ask the question on the biggest Reddit on firearms. It's literally in their policy. No questions. No questions, no memes, no nothing. It's just like, literally, what can we do? I think no pictures is another one. It's just like, you have all these people, you have this wealth of information, but you can't do anything. Ask yourself, oh, should I get a Glock 17 or a Glock 19 for my first one? Well, what is for someone like me, what would be better? And you will get banned immediately because that is an open-ended question. Go to other sites. On that same forum, or the Discord for that forum, people are talking about rounds. Which round should I use in here? And they're talking this and that, and they're pulling out all sorts of numbers, and then for these rounds, and people are giving all this advice, and for a new round, for a gun, for a chamber that may or may not work. And I'm not talking about bullet size. That's an obvious one. Oh well, is it 223? Oh yeah, it should be good. And that's pretty much what it came down to. But the thing is that they're talking about an abnormal size and velocity and all this, but they didn't even talk about pressure. Pressure is what makes a gun explode in your face, right here. So when you get to something, when it comes to safety and danger, and of course, Jean was not big on Discord. I left the Discord channel after this because I'm just like, whoa, guys, like, doesn't matter. What you need to find out is the pressure of this. What is your gun pressure rated to? Because there are ammo that some guns can shoot ammo that fits, and then a gun that looks like, oh, it's the same caliber, but it actually can't shoot this ammo that fits because it is not pressure rated for it. 9 mil plus. This is a 38 special and 357 Magnum. Guns can shoot, every gun that can shoot a 357 can shoot a 38. Not every gun that can shoot a 38 can shoot a 357. The 357, a lot more pressure will blow up your 38 special if it's not for Magnum. So things like this, it's just like these questions where it's like, whoa, guys, you're asking all these things like these defining markers. It's the pressure that he has to worry about. It really is. You need enough pressure to get it out of your barrel, because if your bullet doesn't leave the barrel, then the pressure builds up and comes back at your face. Or if you have too much pressure, it won't even push the bullet out. It'll just blow up your chamber. So I try to stop them, try to get them to think of this, and it's just shut up, you know, you don't know what you're talking about. And so this is a huge safety thing. They didn't know my name, and I'm just like, guys, safety, a basic safety thing. Like this is something that Jean learned within a month of like trying to figure out why there's a bajillion ammos in the store, which one does what. And it's pressure. That was like a big thing because it's a safety thing. Before functionality, before reliability, before this and that, it's safety. Safety first. First thing on firearms, we teach them before. Always point in a direction. Don't put a hand on your trigger. Know what's behind your target, and don't point it at anything except unless you're willing to kill it. And so the basic four is like the safety is first before anything else. But you get spat upon. Other things, let's see, that just Jean, that he's been either banned or warned, actually mostly banned. So yeah, you ask a basic question. I didn't realize that, immediate ban. Oops. But and not kind too. It's not like a hey, you can't actually do that here. Here are the rules. It's like who clicks on you want to ask a question about a gun? You put gun Reddit. You get to the guns Reddit. Place for guns. I think even in the tagline, it's place to ask questions about guns. But then if you read their like 24 rules, one of the rules is you can't actually ask open-ended questions. So think about that. So you want to boom. You go in, you type in, and you get just shat upon. And some older people forums, you have the caliber debates. Oh, you got a 1911, you should have got a 9mm. You got a 9mm, you should got, oh, you don't need an AR to go hunting with. Oh yeah, if you only own lever action wood guns, you're an idiot. Like the fighting is ridiculous. Infighting, that anyone who comes in is like, I don't want to be a part of this community. And that's what we need to be. We need to be a community. We are so divided on the right. There's a great diversity of thought, but you have let the idea that the left has implemented, where if you don't agree on everything, that you are not compatible. And beyond that, there is such an immaturity. Like half of these places, I'm like, I kind of understand why people don't want you to have guns. You are just a moron. You're waving around your little, wanker, internet wanker, at no one. They ask an honest question, and you're like, oh, you are a piece of trash, you dead, blah. And just like, what the heck? And you can't report to anyone because they're the people you report to. And unfortunately, Reddit, that's the way it is. The first person who grabs it, they're in charge now. And so when they're the jerk, it just ruins it, and it's just like, so now you have to go to other sites, but other sites aren't that any better. Quora, you ask a question on Quora, well, who has all the do? Alright, well, this guy's been a gunsmith for 30 years. Ask a question about an AR, 30-year gunsmith. This is complete trash. You're trash for even considering an AR. And Jean is like, well, actually, my stuff on there is childcare and electronics, and I think sports. So I don't look that much, but it's just like I put in, hundreds of hours into research because, first of all, I have the time at home. I'm wanting to make different accessories, legalities. That's another one. Another one I got kicked out of is someone just asked from America, oh, what are your gun laws? Because in America, you cannot buy guns and get them sent to your home. I can because of the way our licensing works. And so it's kind of one of these things. And then boom, banned because we were talking legal, whatever, just rubbish. They asked a simple question: how can you get it to your home? And so I'm explaining them. So I'm not even giving them legal advice, but boom, moderator, boom, you're done. I don't know you. You are done. You are toast. Blah 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 blah. So, in this day and age, we do not have our small little coffee clubs. We don't have our book clubs. We don't that small group, the barber shop, the gun club, whatever. We have online groups. And our online groups, I mean, online is toxic. Let's face it. It is a cesspool of the worst of scum and all that, whatever. And when we're trying to put out good information and get people to understand why it's not as dangerous as the media is saying, why it should be accessible to all of us, and that scummy trash is what people are greeted with, then they're right away, they're not even just like, oh, I guess I'm not going to do it. They're right away, they don't like you. And they're like, this side will actually take me. If I go and I say, I hate guns, the leftist group will not call me an idiot, will not call me stupid. I will get 40,000 upvotes. I will be hearts. I will get best friend requests. I'll get people mailing me stuff. But if I go to a gun group and say, I like my gun, I will get 40,000 things of hate. Maybe 2 upvotes. Think about that. We live in an online world, and the online world of the right as a whole is trash, but especially our guns. It is just disgusting. Yeah, it's a rant. Oh, Jean got pissed off because he got kicked out. Yeah, I am. Because I know I'm not the only one. I look at some of the moderators' history in these different sites, Reddit, Quora, all these ones. You look at their history, and it's just there's a lot of people that are saying like, you are a terrible human. You can see it. Why other people got banned, and then they reply. Either they wait until the ban's done or whatever. But you can actually see it. You are a terrible person. Don't be a terrible person. Pretty much. You're putting a stumbling block in front of all of us. Longer rant because it just come on. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, do all that stuff. If you dislike it, thumbs down. Go to the toxic cesspool. Don't feed a homeless person after you've been there because you are contaminated, and I like homeless people enough. Maybe like wire transfer them money. A lot of them actually still have cell phones, even being homeless, and let them buy their own food. Just don't be around them. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.